Hello, back again on the Top Recap channel. This time I will tell a movie's entitled Safe. Let's get straight into the storyline. May, a young Chinese girl, was kidnapped one day at a train station by a group from the Russian mafia led by Emil Desky. They took her to a room where Emil demanded that she write down a special number code. Only May knew this code. But in a world built on greed and betrayal, nothing is truly safe.
Give me the numbers on your little body until you tell me what I want to know.
Before this happened, May had been at school solving a difficult math problem in front of her classmates. Everyone knew she was gifted, especially in math. Her skills even impressed her teacher and caught the attention of the school principal, who suggested she transfer to a special academy for gifted students. Not long after, while May was spending time with her friends after school, several men approached and took her away. They were members of the Chinese mafia sent by their boss, Hang. He wanted to test whether May's intelligence was real. He handed her a complex math problem to solve using an abacus.
你不会忘的，是不是啊？
May completed it without hesitation, proving her genius. Hang was convinced. Meanwhile, at an underground mixed martial arts arena, a fighter named Luke Wright was in the ring. He defeated a younger opponent with ease. But the younger man was badly injured and ended up in a coma. His mother, enraged by what happened, swore revenge on Luke.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
After the fight, Luke argued with the event organizer.
I never liked you, Luke. You're a better fighter than that.
Luke complained that the fight had been unfairly arranged, but the organizer blamed him for ruining the plan by refusing to lose in the second round.
Cost me $1 million. You're supposed to go down in a second, you son of a bitch.
Once.
Back off.
The organizer had lost a lot of money. Emil, who had also placed a large bet on the fight, was furious with Luke as well. Sensing danger, Luke hurried home. He tried to call his wife on the way, fearing that Emil's men might target her, but she didn't answer. Panic grew inside him. When Luke finally reached his home, he found it in chaos. His wife and child were gone, attacked by Emil's people. Soon after, Emil's gang arrived. They told Luke he could live, but only under one condition. He had to disappear, living as a homeless man and never speaking to anyone. If he broke that rule, both he and anyone who spoke to him would be punished. Luke was filled with rage, but had no power to fight back.
So do what you want.
Meanwhile, in another part of the city, Wan Chong, one of Huang's men, met with Captain Wolf, a corrupt cop known for helping criminals. Quan asked Wolf to create a fake passport and identity for May. Wolf agreed, but only for a large payment. The plan was to send May overseas to join another mafia group.
10% Bronx and Brooklyn will settle for the current rate.
At the same time, Luke felt that Emil's people were still tracking him. The fear never left him, so he decided to leave town and disappear. Meanwhile, May's intelligence made her valuable to Hang's operation. She began managing the mafia's financial records. During a review, Quan asked about their profits. May reported that most of their businesses were doing well, except for one casino that had lost $800,000. Furious, Quan stormed into the casino and killed the manager in front of May.
你们会有一个新的厂商公投。
Elsewhere, Luke settled in a homeless shelter in a new city. He avoided talking to anyone, afraid that any contact might put lives in danger. One night, he noticed a homeless man with an injured leg. Without speaking, Luke gave him his shoes and walked away. The next morning, Luke learned that the man had died. The news made him realize that Emil's men might still be watching him. The fear returned stronger than before. Later that day, Luke stopped at a small store to buy supplies. As he walked in, he accidentally bumped into an older man. He thought nothing of it, but when he went to pay, his wallet was gone. He knew the old man must have taken it. Frustrated by how everything kept falling apart, Luke began laughing uncontrollably. The noise caught everyone's attention. Several off-duty police officers in the store, who recognized him, dragged him outside. Under a nearby bridge, they beat him badly.
Right, the Big Apple's hardest cop, once upon a time.
These men had once worked with Luke in New York. Years ago, he had exposed their corruption, costing them their jobs. Now, they took revenge.
You all back? We couldn't believe our fucking ears. I mean, why would you come back?
When they finally walked away, Luke stayed silent and did not fight back. At the airport, Quan met Hang, who had just arrived to see May. Huang handed her a small piece of paper with secret numbers written on it. Mei quickly memorized the code, and Hang burned the paper to erase all evidence. Later that day, as Mei and Hang's crew set out to collect another code, Emil's gang ambushed them. They overpowered the group, captured Mei, and took her straight to Emil. Emil wanted the secret number Mei had memorized. While he pressured her, Quan called Captain Wolf, asking him to send police to rescue her. Wolf agreed, but only after they settled on a payment. He gathered a few officers and prepared a raid on Emil's hideout. As Emil continued questioning Mei, word reached him that the police were closing in. Thinking fast, he contacted Wolf directly and offered him a larger bribe than Hang had paid. Wolf realized that Mei must be valuable if both mafias were fighting over her. Instead of choosing sides, he decided to take Mei for himself and uncover the secret number. Moments later, the police stormed Emil's place. Chaos erupted. Amid the shouting and gunfire, Mei saw an opening, jumped through a window, and escaped. Meanwhile, Huang was furious with Quan for failing to recover her. He warned Quan that if he didn't bring Mei back, he would pay with his life. Desperate and afraid, Quan promised to finish the job. Elsewhere, Luke sat at a train station, broken and hopeless. He was on the verge of stepping onto the tracks when he noticed Mei running through the crowd, terrified and chased by men he recognized as Emil's. The sight jolted him back to life. These were the same people who had destroyed his family. Luke followed her and jumped onto the same train before the doors closed. Inside, he fought off Emil's men, trying to protect Mei and settle his own score. The fight was brutal.
You?
And Luke was eventually knocked down. Even so, he managed to snatch a wallet and phone from one of the gang members before they fled. When Luke approached Mei afterward, she panicked, thinking he was one of Emil's men. As soon as the train stopped, she bolted out, trying to get away. Luke followed, determined not to lose her again. Moments later, Mei ran into a group of corrupt cops. Before they could grab her, Luke showed up, fought them off, and escaped with her in a stolen police car. As they sped away, Emil's men gave chase through the streets. But Luke led them into a narrow alley and took them down one by one.
You okay? Well, let's go.
Using the money he had taken earlier, Luke bought new clothes for both of them and rented a hotel room to hide. Once they were safe, he asked why so many people were after her. Mei explained that she was an orphan who knew a secret number code. When she shared it, Luke realized it was the combination to a large safe. Meanwhile, Quan's gang tracked them to the hotel using a device hidden on Mei's shirt. Quan and his men stormed in, threatening the receptionist to reveal her location. The hotel staff tried to resist, which quickly turned into a shootout in the lobby. Hearing the noise, Luke looked out from the balcony and saw the chaos below. He immediately suspected that Mei had been tracked.
To be on.
He told her to write down the number she remembered, then planned an escape route using the emergency stairs. But before they could leave, the police arrived to handle the situation, and the gunfights spread through the building.
Here! Hold them off until I get the word!
As Luke and Mei tried to flee, they ran into more of Quan's men. Luke fought back, but they outnumbered him. The attackers managed to capture Mei. With police closing in, Luke made a desperate move and leapt from the hotel's upper floor to escape. Meanwhile, Quan sped away with Mei in a car, weaving through traffic to avoid the police. He narrowly escaped and prepared to take her back to Huang. After surviving the fall, Luke found a taxi and used a phone he had taken from one of Emil's men. He called Emil's son, Vasily, pretending to be part of the gang and claiming to have the secret number code. Intrigued, Vasily told him to meet at a nearby bar.
Мамочкас, будут скоро.
Skoro budu.
Elsewhere, Captain Wolf met with Mayor Trello. Both were former cops who had worked with Luke in the past. When Trello learned that Luke was back and causing trouble, he ordered Wolf to eliminate him. At the same time, May was brought before Huang, who demanded to know if she had revealed the secret code. May insisted she hadn't told anyone, doing everything she could to prove her loyalty. Meanwhile, across town, Luke made his move. Inside a crowded bar, he took control of the situation, forcing everyone to freeze. He dragged Vasily outside, shoved him into a car, and left with him as a hostage. Luke phoned Emil and demanded the safe location. He hinted harm to Vasily if Emil refused. Emil named 2 sites that together held $30 million. Luke recruited Wolf and another former cop. He offered equal shares for help. Then he showed the code, burned the paper, and said the combination stayed in his head. The team moved on the casino Emil named. Ex-cops handled security, then met heavy resistance. 2 team members died. The group reached the safe room. Luke opened the safe. He ordered everyone to drop their guns. As the door gave way, he shot most of his teammates. He spared Wolf, expecting betrayal from the rest. With the cash secured, Luke and Wolf left fast. Luke locked Wolf and Vasily in a car trunk. Luke forced a meeting with Mayor Trello, a man tied to organized crime. Luke accused Trello of past corruption within the force. With a gun in hand, Luke made Trello open a private safe. Inside, a disc listed Trello's global deals with mafia networks. Trello warned Luke about Alex Rosen, a high-ranking cop who eliminated anyone who tried to expose the files. Later that night, Luke sat in his car and called Alex, Trello's right-hand man. He told him he had taken money from a safe and found evidence tying Alex and his crew to criminal activity. Luke offered a trade. He wanted May, who was still with Hong's gang. In return, he promised the cash and a disc containing the evidence. Alex agreed and said he would contact Luke once he had May.
So, now you know.
To get her, Alex visited Kwan's crew, pretending he wanted to talk. Once inside, he killed everyone and took May.
Might want to close your eyes.
Have it your way. His efficiency made it clear he was far more ruthless and capable than Luke. Afterward, he called Luke and arranged to meet the next day to make the exchange. The following day, Alex met Luke, planning to double-cross him and take everything. But Luke revealed that the money and the evidence were hidden. He challenged Alex to a fight, promising to reveal the location if Alex won. Confident, Alex accepted. During the fight, May suddenly shot Alex. Luke used the moment to finish him off. May had realized Alex was too strong and that Luke would lose without help. Afterward, Luke handed Wolf a share of the money, hoping he would leave his corrupt past behind. The next day, Hang received a surprise delivery, a bag full of cash and a note from May. In it, she warned him to stay away. If he tried to find her, she would expose everything his gang had done. Meanwhile, Luke still had the disc with evidence against Huang and Emil's organizations. He used it as leverage, forcing both mafias to back off and leave him and May alone. In the final moments, Luke made a choice. He became May's guardian and enrolled her in a school for gifted children.